Would you like a straight answer to your question? G'day everyone, Brian here. Isn't it nice when you get a straight answer to the question that you've asked? But sometimes that's not the best way to learn. In fact, sometimes it's better when you don't get a straight answer and you have to think, and whoever you're questioning is able to help you to think so that you can come to the conclusion yourself. We kind of see something like that here with Jesus. Jesus is the master at answering questions, which is no great surprise, of course. But these blokes who have come to Jesus to confront him and say, by whose authority do you do these things? Jesus turns the tables metaphorically back onto them. He says this, I'll ask you a question, answer me and I will tell you by what authority I am doing these things. John's baptism, was it from heaven or from men? Tell me. Well, these blokes go off then to chat amongst themselves, and they're in a bind because they know that if they say it was from heaven, then Jesus is going to say, well, why didn't you believe him? And if they say it was from men, then they know they're in trouble from the people because the people believed that John's baptism, his calling, was from heaven. So they come back to Jesus and say, we don't know. And Jesus confronts them with his answer, neither will I tell you by what authority I am doing these things. Again, there's a lot to be said about authority and who has authority, that Jesus does have authority. But I want to focus on the question that is asked to these Pharisees, teachers of the law, and the chief priests. By what authority did John baptize? Was it from God or was it from men? And if you, the teachers of Israel, if you, the leaders of these people, if you can't answer that question, then what hope do you have of recognizing the true Messiah when he comes? And clearly they didn't, for the most part. Maybe Nicodemus did. But they were so caught up in their law and their rules and their position that they could not see that this young upstart from Galilee might actually be the very one that they were waiting for. By what authority do we proclaim Jesus as the Saviour of the world? Well, the authority of God, that God has revealed him to be that. The authority of Scriptures that testify to Jesus being the Saviour of the world. And so we want to continue to proclaim that. What authority are you putting yourself under? Your own? Well, in some ways that's probably good. In some areas you need to do that. You need to get up in the morning. You're the one who's responsible for that. You need to get up and go to work or to school. You're the one who is responsible for that. You have the authority over your life to do that. But when you get to work, someone else has authority over you. And if you're a child, when you're at home, you should recognize the authority that your parents have over you. A God-given authority, not to be bullied, but to help you to grow in grace. And so for Jesus, we put him above us. We put ourselves under his authority, gladly, knowing that his authority is from heaven. I hope that you can put your trust in Jesus, accept his authority over you. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.